stamp on everything I love, bro. What type of gangster pull up on a man, say they gonna do something to a man, and pull out their phone? I just ask these folks, what you wanna do? Why y'all keep staring at me? I'm sitting here, right in the drive, parking lot. Man, them shaking, man. 3, you shaking. Ben, shaking. Right after that, I hop in the car. I'm like, man, what y'all want to do? Y'all don't want to do nothing. Off in the whip, now niggas pull their phone out, man. I had 2 niggas in the front line that would have left down. I'm on straight self-defense, man. I'm not on offense, man.
NLE Choppa might be one of the most confusing rappers we've ever seen. One year he's talking about bodies and street life, wanted to be a YN. The next year he's preaching about vegan diets, crystals, and spirituality. Then suddenly he's rebranding, changing his name, changing his image, changing his message again. And before you say things like artists can evolve, here's a real question. Is this really growth, or is this an identity crisis happening in real time on social media? Or is he a grifter? Because when a rapper switches personalities this much and this often, people start to side-eye him, and fans really don't know what to believe. They actually just stop believing. We all know rap has always been about identity, who you are, what you represent, and what you stand on. And when fans invest in you, they're not just buying music, they're buying the story, they're buying everything about you. The problem with NLE Choppa isn't his talent, it's not even his work ethic, it's not even really his creativity. The problem with him is his consistency. Today we're breaking down every major NLE Choppa era, why they happened, how fans reacted, and why this constant switching might be hurting his legacy more than it's helping it. And he just ended up looking strange, to be honest with you. This is from Just Say Anything TV. Yeah, I saw him cutie intro.
You're not just saying that?
I never just say anything.
NLE Choppa came in young, aggressive, he was raw, gritty, whatever you want to call it at the time. You know, he had loud energy, street imagery. It was just high energy, you know, just a lot of stuff going on. His music, I guess, felt dangerous because he was talking about a lot of street stuff. This version of him, I guess, made sense from where he was coming from. He looked the part. He looked like one of those YNs, you know, just running around. He looked the part. He sounded the part. The audience believed it. I think so. But at this stage, fans weren't acting for maturity. They were just asking him to be turned. This was the foundation, though. And foundations matter because everything else you build sits on top of that foundation. After that, it was a sharp turn. Suddenly, he was talking about mental health and promoting veganism, sharing spiritual content, posting motivational messages, speaking on healing and energy. Now, let's be clear, none of that is bad. Even at the time, I was like, oh man, this dude might have saw something, maybe changed his life. It looked like he's, you know, trying to move in the right direction. That's cool. Growth is good. Healing is good. Self-awareness is good. But the issue wasn't the message, the issue was how fast and how hard he switched up everything. Fans went from, hey, this is a street rapper, to, wait, who is this dude? He changed his name to Awoken Chopper or something like that. It felt less like evolution and more like a total character reset. It felt like he was just going along with the times and grifting to gain new fans. And in rap, when fans feel like you erased the old version instead of building on it, they want to give you some pushback. It's like the awakening happened way too quick. Then came the era that really split the audience. This is where the visual got more provocative, got more strange. The social media presence shifted dramatically. The branding leaned into shock and internet culture. At this point, people weren't talking about his music, they were just talking about the persona he created. And here's the internet rule nobody tells artists. When the image becomes louder than the art loses its authority. Instead of fans saying, hey, you heard that new verse from NLE Choppa, they saying, what is he doing now? And that's never a good sign. At some point, NLE Choppa even experimented with changing his name, his identity publicly. Now, rebranding can work, but only when it's clear and intentional, or at least feels intentional. Here, it felt unfinished. Fans didn't know which version was permanent, which message was actually the real him, or which era they were supposed to even support in the first place. If you went to his concert, you don't know which person he was getting. And when fans feel unsure, they don't follow, they just wait. And waiting is deadly in an attention economy. But here's the uncomfortable truth. It started to look like NLE Choppa might be a grifter. Seemed like he just moves with the times, and whatever's clever, you're like, hey, I'm moving with that. I mean, it just feels unfinished. Like he's still trying to figure himself out publicly, and that is human, I believe that. But it's risky when millions of people are actually watching. Some of the stuff we might not need to know, but the most successful artists evolve without erasing themselves. They just add layers. They deepen the story. They don't reboot the entire game every single time. Fans don't need perfection. They just need you to continue working on yourself. We all know NLE Choppa, he has a fan base. He has some talent, and I believe he has some cultural relevance, I believe. But I believe a lot of these moves is so he can stay relevant in the culture. But the next era has to be rooted in whatever he got going on, not reactive, because it's getting a little strange. It looked like he's becoming a clout chaser. He shouldn't look at what should shock people, even though that's the era that we live in. So he seemed like, hey, is this the era that we live in? I'm just gonna take it far and I'm just gonna keep switching up. Let's see how long he can really sustain that. But he really should just be asking, who is he for real? And how does all these pieces connect? I mean, you can't connect the dots and make this your personality for real. A lot of people are multifaceted because growth isn't confusing when it's actually being honest. And that's the part. It just don't seem honest. It just seems very inconsistent. I even see him on the blogs now. He's dissing NBA YoungBoy, he's dissing Blueface, he's dissing just any other person, but I thought she was supposed to be an awakened person, so it's just contradiction after contradiction. But then you was, you know, doing the slut me out dances at the LGBT conventions and everything like that, but that's not the same image as the other ones. So who is this person really? Did he just someone who just go along with the wind? Is this really his personality? It's just really strange to me, to be honest with you. And every time I see him, I'm just like, what clout chasing thing are you really trying to do next? But we'll see. That's been my video for today. Do y'all think NLE is evolving? Do you think he's a grifter? Do you think he's just a lost dude out here? And if you've been his fan from the beginning, y'all let me know how y'all feel if you was an NLE Choppa from the beginning. And are you still a fan today? Do he still really have fans that's really for him? Or does he have subgenres of fans who like his, you know, Awakening Choppa era, or his slutty era, or his thug era, or his YN era, whatever the case may be? Let me know in the comments below. This has been Dish from Just Say Anything TV. Thank you if you made it this far. See you on the next video. Y'all hold it down. Peace.
Just say anything. Like, share, and subscribe.
You're not just saying that?
I never just say anything.